Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as the United States, episode number 28, in the middle of our battle. So I've actually seen the comments so far, and I guess this is always how it goes. I'm just going to mention that this is not intentional on my part. This is actually subconscious. That I'm like still very nervous about the battle. I'm thinking, I'm not even sure if we're going to win. Are we winning as it is, or are we already losing? Are we in a such a situation? That we're, can we come back? Can we actually take this victory? Things are gonna spiral out of control? And then I get to the comments section and it's more like, wow, you really got it in hand already. Hope you can eliminate all of them. And, there's lots of things. And I think it's coming from our unfortunately we won't have a log because it's been a few days since the last recording. I want to apologize for that first of all, but I actually went on a small vacation. Personal life stuff. I don't talk about this stuff too much, but I did start a new job at the beginning of this year, so I'm trying not to take any vacation just to stay impressive with the folks there. And I've already had a few weddings and stuff that I've had to take off time for. So anyway, I finally took a little bit of a trip out of town, and that's the reason for this delay. I try to plan accordingly, but that's going to be more and more difficult now that I have a full-time job. So let's get to enough of the personal, right? But I just want to mention that the comments are always much more positive, and then I start to be like, what? Am I worried about nothing? And probably that's the case. So the recap of last episode is we got into this big battle. There was some stuff which went on before that, but I don't remember it. And it wasn't important anyway. This was the big defining moment of this war, and certainly of last episode, was getting into this battle. So, what to do? We have a lot of battlecruisers that we have to worry about. I think 3 of these are still relatively active, although when I was scanning this class, they're all devastating. 16-inch guns are just not something to be trifled with. I've had Finnish Jaeger kindly corrected me on my pronunciation of the indefatigable. It's a tough one for me to say. For anybody who's English second language, I should be English second language. But everybody who has English as a second language, almost everyone can just consider themselves English second language, because these words, they don't follow any of the rules of, English. How do you work? It's really a silly language. But without further ado, let's just press this button and get on with it, and we'll see what happens. And that is awesome. So I was kind of watching that, and this constant, which is unfortunately the least of our problems when it comes to battlecruisers, has now been hit by another torpedo. Well, that's good. The Dale is taking some serious damage right now. I don't know if she has any torpedoes left. She does not. We might as well just try to get her out. If she's launched all her torpedoes, there's no sense in intentionally killing these ships. Although the Benny class is such an old ship that she really, if this is her way of getting retired, I guess we don't get the money for scrapping her, but we probably get our $200 or $200 or so worth, which is what the scrap people would give for her. We probably get the $200 worth just forcing their fleet to pay attention to her. Now we have these ships which have done some launching of torpedoes already, and probably are the reason why even this inconstant is being hit. And we don't mind destroying a battlecruiser is very valuable, no matter what tonnage it is, just because that means more points, less strategic points for them. Lots of good stuff. Obviously, it's never a bad thing to sink an enemy ship, but you just prefer some more than others. Looks like the Ohio is getting into range, really into range of the indefatigable. So which way do we want to spin them? Well, with the wind out of the south-southwest, that means that we want to be on the north-northeast. And we're pretty much on the opposite side of that. So we'll get the Ohio to shift a little bit east. Don't forget, we do have this group over here, which, believe it or not, is the only ship which was hit from our side of things in this last minute of chaos. And what do we have here? This Inflexible, which is a ghost ship, apparently. Stealth maneuvering. Not too much to worry about. Got 6 13-inch guns. They aren't in any kind of super firing positions. 24 knots, so not much to worry about there. Pretty low armor. I mean, that's actually probably the worst battlecruiser. Not the worst battlecruiser I've ever seen, but probably the worst battlecruiser I've seen in this game. So, all right, let's keep plowing on forward. Indefatigable has been hit again. Good. She's being hit by 4-inch guns. I don't really care about that. Then we hit a destroyer of some kind in the mess over here. We do have to be watching out for torpedoes ourselves. In fact, we're just on the edge of torpedo range. Let's do a little bit of maneuvering. How about with the bottom battlecruisers? And the Paul Jones has already launched its torpedoes. Yes. Except for one. One still remains. Okay. Probably on the starboard side. Indeed. What do we have here? Bennies? New Havens. Yeah, the New Havens I think are worth keeping around. I won't like intentionally suicide them. The Bennies and the Bennies for sure are goners. The New Havens are pretty old. I can't remember what the other class is we have here. The one with the 5 torpedoes? It's the one before the New Haven, after the Benny. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's keep pushing on. And it's constant being hit. Indefatigable. It's tough. I don't know why my tongue... It's not necessarily tough for everyone, but for some reason my tongue has a tough time with words in general today, but with this word in particular, always. So it's nice to see the 15-inch guns starting to drive home on the other Indefatigable. And this one actually has a few turrets. Well, this one turret damage. Another one had turret damage. There it is. The Europa has 2 turrets that have been hit. With turrets, looks like their turret is 10.5 inches of armor. It's pretty good. And this one, 12.5. So we don't expect to get a flash fire from the Indefatigables. And maybe the Europas with only 10.5 inches of armor. I mean, that's really not that much. Alright, so we're starting to land some more hits here. Inconstant bulwark. Kind of a surprise that we're hitting this bulwark, which is kind of in the middle of everything. 12-inch guns, so those bulwarks won't be too bad. They're actually, I forgot that they were 12-inch guns on those. A lot of them got a 12-inch broadside, so it's something to, concern yourself about, but Dale doesn't look like she's going to make it out, but she's absorbing fire valiantly, definitely getting, like I said, the $200 worth of scrap out of her. And speaking of potential turret flash fires, we have 2 turrets which have been disabled on the Indefatigable. It's like I'm saying Indefatigable. I don't know why that's where my tongue wants to go. Indefatigable. I'll have to train myself off camera. Anyway, this looks really good since we're already clued in on this. Let's see if... Oh! It was a hit! A direct hit! The Europa. And this is one that's already had 2 turrets disabled, so I probably should be paying attention to everything that's going on. But when you see a torpedo like that, you have to stay tuned. Inconstant doesn't look like she's going to make it. We'll have to spin these guys north eventually. What better time than now? We're going to have to get them over so that their port side can also launch. This should be my better... Oh, wait. No? A bunch of New Havens. Okay. Well, the New Havens will probably... Well, we could just rain torpedoes, launch them, lob them from a distance. Sometimes when you don't record for a while, you lose the ability to communicate well. For anybody who's ever been interested in doing recording, doing YouTube channel stuff, you have to probably record and throw away your first 10 attempts. That's what I did. I recorded an Advanced Tactics Gold series and threw the entire thing away. 30 episodes, probably 15 hours of recording, and I just threw it all away. But then if you're doing it, if you don't have fun doing it by itself, then you probably shouldn't be doing it to begin with. So it's not that I regret that. It's just like a fun little fact, fun little trivia. Losing a bit of speed on the St. Joseph group, which means maybe the St. Lewis group should pull ahead and take the lead. You guys have plenty of torpedoes. Maybe I should do some individual launches here. Now, I've been corrected on this, something I didn't know, so thank you so much for this. This low versus high is the speed at which the torpedo will travel, not its chance to hit, which I did not know. I thought for sure that this was like the chance to hit, because I thought for sure I had seen medium. But I can't remember seeing medium, and it looks like what happens is, I mean, okay, low versus high, of course, high should have a better chance to hit anyway, because the ship has less chance to maneuver before it gets there, but low, I think this is just distance oriented. If you're within half, if you're halfway in this circle, you can fire fast or high speed. And if you're further away, you'll fire the low speed variety. Now, I don't really, let's take a look at what ships, like the Mars class. That seems like a great angle for me to fire, and let's also fire the Burrows. Probably also at the Mars, just because I think the angle is going to be really good, and it is. Okay, so let's do that. Let's see what happens with those. What do we have here? These are my really good ones. I don't want, hopefully they have no damage yet. Ooh, one of them has damage. Wow, took a medium hit from a 6-inch gun too. Not good. I want to keep these guys alive. These are the Cunninghams, are they? I just looked. I wasn't. I should say I was seeing, but I wasn't looking. Or no, I was looking, but I wasn't seeing. You know, just like they say, I was hearing, but I wasn't listening. Okay. We're doing actually some damage here. Dale's just getting decimated. Europa's more damage befalling her. We have the freedom for another time, and there might have been a few before and after this too, but I mean before this, in between the last hit and this one, but another hit on the bulwark. I don't know if it's the same one or not, but that's good. Inconstant, another hit. Well, the inconstant, she's not dead yet, but she will be soon. So yeah, at this point I would say things are definitely going our way, which is usually the time when things don't go your way, when you start saying that. But how's this one doing? What's her speed? She doesn't seem to be going very fast, but I haven't paid attention very closely. So our two ships are launching torpedoes. I like the angle. I think I like the angle. I like the angle from the Burrows a little bit better. I probably should aim for this Europa class way back here, because those are going to be slow going torpedoes. Still, we can just fire a barrage. Europa. Ah, out of arc. Interesting that the swivels are out of arc. Oh, probably because it would have to look much farther forward. Let's see if we can just launch something else. No, it'd be the Mars class of any of these. I'm not sure I like that. I mean, that has a chance of actually hitting the Inconstant or the Mars over here. It's not terrible. I think I'd rather go for the front-running Mars. Yeah. Probably I want to do this, and then I'll get the rear ship, the Burrows, to fire... Oh, friendly ship in line of fire. Is that for all of these? It is. Okay, that's fine. So somehow it considers the lead ship, I think, in the line of fire. Because I don't think the Dale's in the line of fire. And by the way, the Dale, still holding on. She's still barely holding together. How the hell is she doing that? I don't know. She's surrounded by just a sea of British destroyers. I'm going to try to keep in mind the fact that we need to advance. It'd be nice to finish this battle in this video, in this episode. So let me try to keep pushing on. I like the torpedo spread here. Gosh, I really like that. And we'll pull these guys off because they've... Ah, you know what? They haven't even launched all their torpedoes yet. So we'll just pull them slightly off. Let's get these guys to slow down a bit just so they can move more as a single unit. Paul Jones is going to have to wait for a lot of ships to bypass her before she's going to be able to fire that one last remaining starboard torpedo. And we are dragging these guys slowly into the fray, but you know what? That ship was so terrible, that battlecruiser, that I'm not really worried about it. Now let's start rolling over the top. Yeah. So we'll spin in here, and we'll spin up there, squad max, and let's have you go slow down a little bit. Alright, Rifleman class was hit. It's an interesting class name. Oh, it's an old one. Still, 4 torpedoes. Well, again, we need to be very careful about the possibility of torpedoes hitting us. Let's launch a few more at this Mars class. I believe I'm happy with that. I think I am. Oops, got rid of that. Did not want to do that. Let's try Europa. How's that Europa look? No, it still doesn't really let us. I like that one a lot, so let's fire that as well. Okay. And let's move forward, see what that means. Yeah, that's such a nice spread. We'll see what actually comes of that. 1 torpedo left, so we'll definitely break off with this group. They've done their job, and done it valiantly. Especially if they land some hits, we'll definitely say how, oh, they were so valiant. New Haven's down here, probably also going to line up some shots soon. We're still changing the indefatigable. Man, I don't know why that's so hard to say. Tongue, it's just something for me. It's a personal nemesis. We did take a hit, looks like, the St. Louis. What did she take? 1 heavy hit from the bulwark, but the bulwark only has 12-inch guns. We also dished some damage out to the bulwark ourselves. A couple different ones. And another turret, 11 inches, which has been destroyed. How class? Oh, that's a beast. 12-inch turret there. I'm just trying to figure out which of these is susceptible. Camera down. Not susceptible. Mars, what was it? Very susceptible. Yeah, the Europa is really quite susceptible to a flash fire. We'll see if we get lucky with any of those. And a bunch of Mars and other ships. Man, they have so many ships in this. I mean, I dare say we're vastly outnumbered in terms of ships. Now, what about launching torpedoes with our other ships? Oh! Wait, I saw a high in there somewhere. Am I crazy? Could have sworn see, it's high suddenly. But that's only going to make it halfway. I don't like the odds of that. I think, yeah, we just clicked it in and it went low. And low is better. That is actually not a bad... Let's just fire that. Wait, how can we even fire that? Speed 25? These are submerged, right? Yeah, okay, well, I guess we're just barely going slow enough. We are just barely going slow enough to fire that. Let's fire this one if we can as well. Are these... Oh, wait, we had one with a solution there. Yeah, let's just fire. Why not? Just litter the battlefield with torpedoes. I'm really okay to do that. That done, I think we just push forward a little bit more. Okay, Bulwark class really got peppered this time. Some more 15-inch shells finding their way home. Still only have that one thing disabled, but with the 1.5-inch deck, I think a lot of these will be penetrating, doing a fair amount of damage. This one, yeah, also getting browbeaten quite a bit. Okay, Rifleman, indefatigable. 3-inch deck on those, not bad. Ohio's taking a few hits, but she's a well-armored creature. Ooh, she lost a turret. Wasn't this turn, but I missed that somewhere. She has 2 other turrets disabled. My goodness. You guys must avenge your sister ship, the Philippines herself, who sank in that tragic accident. I mean, not accident, submarine. Submarine killed them. Just crazy. Just crazy. So if we shift a little bit further to the right, a little more eastward, I think we'll be able to get that super firing turret. Well, except for the Ohio's, but the other ones should be able to fire. Indefatigable. I'm going to get it. 16-inch guns, man, it's just brutal. Alright, well, this will be interesting to see what happens here. And you did not launch your last torpedo. Let's just get that one clipped off. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfecto. and then you guys can just disengage entirely. With a sea of torpedoes wading their way towards this battle group, I'm in love with what I'm seeing here. I cannot wait for those to connect. Who knows, maybe none of them will, but I think there's a good chance we'll get a few hits. Inconstant is still absorbing some hits. Yeah, I mean, we're probably clicking on the same ships over and over again, but lots of shells being exchanged. I mean, this would be absolute carnage, especially from this range. I've never actually thought about one of these battles, you know, if it was to really happen this way, because I don't think it would. This is so many ships so close, there'd be guns just firing everywhere. It'd be such chaos. Such chaos. And look at those torpedoes go, my goodness. Constant bulwark took a hit. Only the 14-inch guns on those Philippines. The Potent Terrapin. It's a pretty interesting name. I think that was Strategia. Yep, that little angle was enough to get their wing turrets engaged as well, which I'm happy to see, although it didn't amount to much, did it? Bulwark being hit. Another turret destroyed. Rather indefatigable. 2 turrets down on this one now. That easily could have been turret flash fire as well. So we're doing some real damage here. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. What I probably should do is get the light cruisers to go in hard, because we have this mess, this real gaggle of destroyers here. Although there's nearly as many dreadnoughts as there are destroyers. It's kind of crazy. Okay, let's push on. The torpedoes are coming. The torpedoes are coming. Oh, no. They're actually going to spin the correct way, which that's not going to matter. We're going to flatten out with our dreadnoughts. So if they want to do that, they can, but it's going to cost them dearly. So when they spin back, we'll be ready for them. In fact, we'll be ready for them in more than one manner of speaking, because our other destroyers will be prepared to make their run. Now, you guys, you have your 1 torpedo left. I really don't mind you being cannon fodder anyway, though. This looks like the one that should be the best. Oh, you only have your port side left. Okay, well that's convenient. Just swing back. And you guys have at least 2, so let's find out. Is it... Yeah, starboard side has been released, so we'll get these guys to switch to that side as well. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now Paul Jones may get a chance to line up her shot now. Just make sure the Chickamauga is doing okay. Her speed 22. Okay, so she's not going as fast as we need her to get out of the way, but oh, I'm so sad that this is... Oh my god, it's gonna work. It's gonna... Oh my god. The torpedo is going through the exact middle of the ship. Running deep, I guess. Let's see what happens with... Oh, we sighted an unknown ship. That's interesting. Some extra destroyers or light cruisers, maybe? I hope. Alright, what have we done here? The Bulwark classes are taking a few hits. Good. The Ohio's taking some more hits. A lot more. Rudder damage on the St. Louis. That's going to spin her around. You spin me right round, right round. Oh, this Indefatigable is definitely taking a few hits. 3 more. Oh, that's really good news. St. Louis has done it. I mean, right as her rudder gets destroyed, did quite a number on this ship, which already has a bunch of damage to it. This is the one that previously had only its front gun turret destroyed and the super firing disabled. Eventually had its rear destroyed, and now just took 3 more hits. And yet another hit. And this Europa, another turret destroyed. I mean, we're doing well in that sense. I guess I don't really regret as much the poor Ohio taking her hits. So the Downs got hit and What does this look like? Wow, no. Still no. What I want to do is spin the downs right and then left so that she can get her torpedo off. How's the Benny doing? Indefatigable. Well, that doesn't seem half bad to me. I'll wait one more. Wish you could just tell them a direction to fire. Just fire in this direction. Interesting battle, the way this is developing, where our fleet is actually splitting back up and we're kind of pincering them. Which is weird also because unless we can continuously rotate counterclockwise around the fleet, we're really splitting off in two different directions. These guys are going to end up heading west in the north, and we'll have another fleet heading east in the south. Okay, I didn't get a watch, but I think we all know what happened. If I was to rewind, I'm pretty sure I would have seen this Mars, which is just drifting through a wave of torpedoes. Got one more, it looks like it's good, coming at her. And you know what? This has been effective because these other ships are going to be able to get their broadsides off as well. And I think even, let's find out, their cross-deck fire? Not a single one of these is available for cross-deck fire because all their opposing turrets, all their starboard turrets are disabled or destroyed. I think all destroyed except for one disabled. Well, okay, fine. It's not what I wanted to see. Okay, the last bastion is the only one. It's the last bastion of cross-deck fire. That's what she is. All right, let's read what other stuff happened. We had the bulwark take 2 hits. Low deck armor, even low belt. And the Keweenaw took a few hits herself. 2 turrets disabled, jeez. Ohio's still taking some damage. We're doing some damage to some of their Rother class, which, that one's sinking, 3 knots. Bulwark. I can force fire, but right now I'm just happy to let my ships do their thing. This seems less than ideal. Freedom will have to come over the top, and we'll actually start shifting the St. Joseph. It's going to be weird, going to cause some trouble when these guys go through each other, but I can't turn the St. Joseph, unfortunately. The St. Louis. I think her rudder is jammed center. There, we see it. So we'll have to rely on our destroyers to force the issue where we want. Okay, what are we doing? 28 minutes in time. And you know what these ships are also quite capable of doing, lest I forget, is launching their own torpedoes. Unless you just don't have a solution. Ah! That's a solution. I'm not sure about that. Actually, yeah, I am. Why not? We'll just fire right at them. They'll split off and they'll go their different directions, but that's okay. And a low at this angle. Well, it'll keep these ships from continuing to pivot left. So, you know what? I like that. Last bastion. Still not cross-deck fire capable yet, but we'll get there. Oh, yes. And as I was trying to do, I should actually get these guys to... Wait. You have lots of torpedoes. Yeah, this Mars is really what I want. Okay, friendly ship in line of fire for all that, damn it. About you, can you say the same? Yes. What about next? What about you? Oh boy. Aha! Hooray! Okay, so you guys actually have a chance of firing. That's pretty dangerous. That's better. Yes, fire that. Let's give one of those just to see what happens. Okay, let's just move forward and rely on our guns for a little bit longer. Oh, this one, indefatigable. Wow. No, same, basically the same. So. Oh, that's some good bulwark damage. And they are shifting right. Good. So all those torpedoes will miss, but... Oh god. What? In God's name? What the hell are you guys doing? Wow. So they launched anyways, and basically right at me. But I guess that keeps these ships tied up. I mean, not really. They probably avoided all of them that quickly. Okay, so we'll just wait for our... yeah, you guys really got to turn. Damn it. We'll wait for our Philippine classes. The dreadnoughts should just eat those up. Hopefully they do. Ah, come on, catch up. You guys are out of there. Paul Jones, you probably can launch your torpedo now. You can. Let's go after the bulwark if that would be better. Yes. Something just like that. Now you can get out of here. Okay, the Dale is finally sinking. Bulwark hit. Lots of damage going down. These guys are pivoting back. Do not blame them. They're facing my main dreadnought battle line, which, although damaged, is still really capable of doing terrible things. Ah, this thing just got ravaged. And then, oh, yeah, this one again. Okay. Ah, another, it was another dread. Oh my god, more. Holy cow. There are so many dreadnoughts and so many battlecruisers. I think that this is the entire... Well, it can't be. They have a lot, right? But 26 and 16. I'd say this is probably over half their dreadnoughts. 13 of them. Are there 8 battlecruisers here? No. So a little bit less than half their battlecruisers, and probably... Well, I don't know, maybe 2, 3. No, I don't think battlecruiser wise. They had like 4 or 5. I think 5. 2 Europas, 2 Indefatigables, and then the Inconstant. Oh, and then 6, I guess, over here. The whatever else. So 6 battlecruisers, and I have no idea how many dreadnoughts. You could basically sit here and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I mean, this is half their damn dreadnought fleet is here for sure. Okay, let's just slowly inch forward. Maybe we get lucky with a few torpedoes here. Lots of torpedoes going the correct way over there. Let's disable torpedo firing for these guys just for a smidge. Do the same with you, just to get you guys closer in better position. Aha! A hit! Yep, so that big line of torpedoes from the New Havens over here ended up scoring a few hits. And this is really interesting. We have one bulwark just going for it. Wow, and it has been slammed. It might not be able to turn its rudder. Illustrious. Not something I'm worried about. Okay, let's move forward again. My battlecruisers here are getting a little bit close to danger. More than just a little bit close to danger. Let's get these light cruisers in there. Okay, we had a bulwark flash fire. It was one of them that was doomed and probably going to get destroyed with torpedoes. Not the one I would have preferred to sink, but that's fine. I mean, flash fire. Would have preferred to flash fire a new ship, but still one less one that we have to waste our ammunition on. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Could lose a ship through this maneuver. Oh yeah, God, that's slow. The Cunningham is just so slow. What is up with you? Catch up already. I wish I could detach the St. Louis. Can I? No. Because I can't tell her shipmates basically to turn away. Looks dangerous. Bulwark class. We're working on the next one now. It's fine by me. Okay, this is probably about the right time to turn back. Torpedo firing yet again. And probably just launching. I don't like a lot of these. I might just end up... Ooh, okay, that... No. I don't think so. I'm going to hold off on all of those. Downs, you have what? Oh, you have 3 torpedoes left. Okay, well. We'll just wait for the mess to clear and see where you end up. And you guys are not able to fire yet, but I don't regret that. Got our other light cruisers coming in. Just have these guys, well, technically we should send them home. We're sending them in the opposite way. We'll just send them home. Paul Jones, did you ever get your torpedo off? I think you did. Yeah. Send you home as well. Squad Max. Squad Max and home. Yeah, this is extremely dangerous. Dale has sunk. Okay, in the last battle, last little blurb there, this is the one that was hit by a torpedo, I'm pretty sure. 2 more hits. My battlecruisers are launching torpedoes, which is interesting to see. Interesting, just so many hits. It's chaos. It's total chaos. Hard to keep track of all this. Bulwark. Last Bastion. Oh, man, this Ohio is taking so many hits. 10 heavy hits. She's going to have quite a repair job. Freedom took a torpedo hit. I heard hit to her torpedo on the port side, so that's going to eliminate her ability to launch on this unless we swing her around. Rudder damage on the Lexington. Well, that's also not good. Is it jammed starboard? Please don't be jammed starboard. It's jammed starboard. Damn it. Oh, God. Well, that's going to be trouble. Let's go in hard with our... I don't care that these are Cunninghams. Let's bring you guys in hard because now's the time when we really need you. We'll get the light cruisers in there as well just to hopefully stave everyone off with the threat of torpedoes. While the St. Louis goes and takes a merry stroll way to the north. King of the North. Oh, they're down to 14. My goodness. Well, I probably can attach someone here. Good. So let's do this way. I assume that she's the one with... She's not the one with the issues. Who's... What happened? Engine... Oh, machinery damage. There it is. Well, I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here. So, heck of a battle we have. 3-parter. Maybe even a 4-parter if I'm not... I mean, we gotta do this in 3 parts. Crying out loud. Just keep pushing, keep pushing. Lots of destroyers launching torpedoes. That's scary. Let's hope that they're launching them correctly. Okay, that's a good time to do it. Definitely launch. We'll probably coordinate a few of those. I might even do a little bit of that launching off camera. But I won't advance to the next month. Next minute. So you'll be able to see all those launches in the next episode. So until then, I hope you're enjoying this fleet battle. I'm still so happy we have one. Again, I apologize for the delay getting this video out. So hopefully we'll be back into something a little bit more normal. And other than that, yep, thanks for watching. And until the next episode, take care.